Hey everyone, welcome back to another Minecraft Monday. I honestly don't know what number this is. I honestly don't because I don't pay attention to which numbers all of these are. I think this is the 8th. Don't correct me if I'm wrong because I'll know if I'm wrong in about 20 minutes when I'm done recording this. But anyway, as always, uh, if you have suggestions for what topic I should talk about next, be sure to leave it in the comments. I always read all of your comments. Uh, Forewarning, if you hear any meowing in the background, that's because I'm at home right now. I'm not at college anymore because I'm on winter break and my cat is in the room with me. Yeah, she's meowing at me because I have nowhere else in this house to go to record anything because, yeah. So, anyways, this time, I'm gonna talk about fandoms, specifically ones that I am in or have been in the past. So, I'm not going to talk about all of the ones that I've ever been in because that would take me years, and I don't have that kind of time. But I'm talking about a couple of them. So, to start, which I doubt none of you know what it means, but if you don't know what a fandom is, it's basically just the fan base for any specific piece of media. For one of the examples I'm using today, it doesn't even have to be a piece of media. It can be a person, a YouTuber, like Markiplier, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to use as one of my examples in a little bit. So, a fandom is basically just all the people who are fans of one specific thing, pretty much. So, to start off, I can't talk about my own fandom because I don't really have one. I have like 60 subscribers at the time that I'm recording this. That's not really big enough to classify as a fandom. I'm not even sure if I would classify my subscribers as my fans because that just makes me sound pretentious, honestly. Uh, you're my subscribers, not my fans, because calling you my fans would just sound weird. I'm not near popular enough to have fans. But, anyways, can't really talk about my own fandom because it doesn't really exist. So, we're gonna move on, and first off, we're gonna talk about another YouTuber's fandom, Markiplier, because I freaking love Markiplier. Cat? Anyways, my cat apparently likes Markiplier too. She wants to butt into the conversation. So, Markiplier's fandom, honestly, not bad. Like, out of all the fandoms that I am in or have ever been in, Markiplier is one of the best fandoms because Markiplier himself is a good person. So he attracts a lot of good people to his channel. So most of Markiplier's fans are good people. So most of his fandom is therefore made up of good people. I have not watched all of Markiplier's videos, so I can't say I'm part of like a specific Markiplier game fandom like Five Nights at Freddy's because I've never watched his Five Nights at Freddy's videos. I probably won't ever watch any of them. I'm not all that interested in Five Nights at Freddy's, honestly. I'm not I'm not insulting anyone that is. I'm just saying I'm not really a big fan of it. So, all in all, Markiplier fandom 8 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10. Cuz, there are some weirdos, but then again there's weirdos everywhere. So, none of these get a 10 out of 10. Just spoilers, none of these get a 10 out of 10. But I'm just saying because all fandoms have room for improvement. Next, moving on to what I think is probably the next best fandom in terms of, how the people act. Lackadaisy. Lackadaisy is not a super big thing still. Okay, it is big. Lackadaisy is a big thing, but it's not near as big as some of the other series that are coming later in this video. Lackadaisy is a good show. Like, it's a really good show. The pilot, A+, love it. I like Mordecai. Mordecai is my favorite character, if anybody wanted to know that. And if anybody couldn't already tell by all the animation memes that Fern is in, because Mordecai is in some of them, Fern is my lackadaisy, I don't know, Sona, OC, whatever. So, lackadaisy, from what I've seen of the fandom, most of them are good people. Like, not super crazy people. I have seen a couple drawings on Instagram that I'm not going to put in this video because number one, I don't even know if I could find them again, and number two, I don't want that kind of thing on my channel. I have seen some weird things, though, in the Lackadaisy fandom. I have seen some weird things. But you know, then again, that's every fandom. So you know what? Whatever. People are gonna be weird. I'm not saying that they should keep being weird. I'm just saying people are gonna be weird and there is nothing I can do to stop them. So, Lackadaisy, also 8 out of 10. Because, again, could be better, could definitely be worse. Moving on, again, Warrior Cats. I still like Warrior Cats. I'm 19 years old and I still like Warrior Cats. Warrior Cats is older than me. It's like 20 or 21 at this point. Warrior Cats can drink. Warrior Cats can drink alcohol. I cannot because I am 19. But Warrior Cats, honestly, 100% could be better, but also could definitely be worse. There's a lot of Warrior Cat roleplay groups that, like, make up their own clans, make up their own things, and some of them can be a little problematic, sure, whatever. But you know what? 90% of Warrior fans are children. They're children. They don't know better. They probably should, but they don't, because they're kids. And I'm not gonna complain at children, because that's just stupid. Because I know that they're not gonna listen to me, and they probably shouldn't even be on this channel in the first place. So we're not gonna complain at the children. I'm just gonna complain at the grown-ups that are part of all these fandoms. So, Warrior Cats fandom, it's okay. I'm still in it. I still love Warrior Cats. I don't care if I'm probably too old for it. Still love it. I'm still in some of those Warrior Cat roleplay groups on Scratch. Not any of the problematic ones. There's one really big one that is... It's had some rumors and stuff on Scratch. I am not in that one. I was at one point, but I'm not anymore because I don't want to be, because it's just too complicated for me to keep track of all of that thing, and I don't want to be in there anyways because some of the rules there are just really stupid. So, Warrior Cats, 6 out of 10. Again, little worse than the other two. It could definitely be better, but most of the fandom is children, and so I'm not gonna judge it too harshly. Moving on, Helluva Boss. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's hell of a boss, like hell of a boss. It's not spelled like that. Like, I pronounce it Helluva because that's just the way that I've always said it, because that's how I read it the first time. And also, I can't say the word hell in front of my parents, because I would get yelled at. I can't cuss in front of them. It's really dumb. But I said it like that. Number one, because that's how I always read it, and number two, to avoid getting yelled at. So, that fandom's got some problems. Major problems. The creator of that show has some major problems. But Helluva Boss is not where a lot of her problems stem from. And I'm not going to talk about the other show in my Helluva Boss, because the other shows come next. So, Helluva Boss, I kind of like the show. Like, I watch the episodes that come out. I watch them, and they're not bad. Like, the show itself, the plot, the characters, honestly, it's not that bad. It could probably be better, but, you know, it's Vivzy Pop. She doesn't listen to any of her fans, ever. I think at this point she's determined to make all of her fans hate her. So, whatever. Could be better, again, but also could be worse. So, I don't really have all that much to say about it, honestly. Helluva Boss, 5 out of 10. It definitely could be better. I wish it was better. Some of the people in the fandom are absolutely fucking crazy. But whatever. Now, last on this list, which, oh my god, I don't know what to say about this one, because if I say some of the things in my brain about this, I am gonna get so fucking... I'm not gonna say canceled. I'm not gonna get canceled for saying this, but people are gonna yell at me. Because it's Has Been Hotel. The Has Been Hotel fans are going to yell at me for some of my opinions about this show. And you know what? Y'all crazy people that want to defend Vivzy, you can suck it. Because Vivzy's got problems. Has Been Hotel has problems. Mainly, number one problem, there's children that watch that show. I first watched the pilot of that show when I was 14 fucking years old. I did not need to be watching that at 14. Like, I should not have been watching that at 14. I didn't understand anything they were saying. Most of the innuendos and stuff, I didn't understand a lot of those because I was a fucking child. I should not have been allowed to watch that. That should have been, I don't know, somewhere else where you have to prove your age to be able to watch it. So, Has Been Hotel I have so many problems with. Number one, the fan base. The fan base is fucking crazy. As usual. I have seen a lot of Has Been Hotel art that I think should not have ever been spawned into existence. It's horrible. I hate it. I hate all of it. I hate everything about this. Okay, I don't even know what to say about this. I'm losing my mind. I've wanted to talk about Has Been Hotel for so long. I used to be a huge fan of, everything Has Been Hotel. I used to be a huge fan of it. Now, no. I'm not. I don't like the main series itself. I watched the main series because, I had just watched the pilot and I was like, oh, the main series is coming out now? This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be cool. And then I watched the main series and I was like, this isn't fucking cool. What the fuck happened? This is horrible. So, I'm a fan of the characters, most of them. Husker is my favorite character. I like Husker. He's pretty cool. If any of you have ever watched any of my Nightmare content, you've seen Husker. Because Nightmare is in that universe. However, in Nightmare's story, I changed things. I took the original Has Been Hotel and I made it different. I changed it a little bit. I changed the story a little bit. Because the way that Vivzy Pop did it is fucking horrible. And it's not just horrible storytelling. It's okay storytelling. But what she did with the characters is really bad. Fucking terrible. I'm cussing a lot, but that's fine because nobody's around to listen to me right now. So for Nightmare's story, I took the characters, most of them, and changed a little bit of the characters' personalities to make them less problematic, because we don't need that shit around here. I took the story and I changed the story to make it better, and you know what? Nobody can yell at me and nobody can get me in legal trouble because I'm not trying to claim this as my own. I'm not trying to make any money off of this. I mean, once my channel gets monetized, I can make money off of the Nightmare content, but that's Nightmare. That's not Has Been Hotel in general. That's just Nightmare. So, I'm not trying to make any money off of this. So nobody can yell at me. And you know what? Vivzy Pop, I 100% doubt that you're gonna ever listen to this. But if you do this, listen to this, I can change your story in my head. You can have your own story, do what the hell you want with it, but I'm changing it in my head and I'm making it better, so frick you. Anyways, story about Has-Been Hotel. I had a roommate last year, like my first year of college. I had a roommate. She worked with children, 8 to 14-year-old, roughly. Anyways, roughly in that age range. So she told me a story about one day she went to her work, like to go work with these kids, and one of them walked up to her. And keep in mind, I'm not like adding any personal details because number one, I'm trying to protect their privacy. Number two, I'm trying to protect my own privacy. I don't want anyone to find out who I actually am in real life. I don't want anybody to connect to me back to this stuff because I don't want creepos coming to stalk me or something. I don't need to get doxxed. That's not, yeah, let's not do that. So, and I'm not doxing anybody. I'm not doxing these kids or my roommate. I'm not saying their names. Yeah, so, anyways, my roommate went to work, kid walked up to them, and this kid, like, has a phone or something. I don't know if it was, like, a picture on a phone or I don't know if it was a drawing. My roommate didn't tell me. Like, they hold up the picture of Valentino from Has-Been Hotel. You people who have watched the show, you don't even honestly need to have watched the show. You just need to know a tiny little bit about it to know who Valentino is. Valentino is a horrible fucking person. So I'll talk about him more in about 5 seconds. But anyways, back to my story. This kid walks up to my roommate and holds up the picture of Valentino and says, "Smash or pass." This kid is in the age range of 8 to 14. This kid does not need to know what this means. This kid does not need to know who Valentino is. And you want to know what the fucking kid said? The kid said smash. Like, what the fuck, Vivzy? What have you done to people that they think Valentino is a good person? What the fuck? Okay, that's the end of that story. So, back to what I was saying about Valentino. Oh my god, Vivzy Pop has glamorized what Valentino does so heavily. Like, she has heavily romanticized what happens around Valentino in that series. Like, she fucking shows that stuff on screen. And I'm not going to say the actual words because number one, I don't want to. Number two, YouTube might beat me up if I do. So I'm just going to say SA. And if you guys don't know what that means, you know what? Look it up. Because I'm not explaining it. But that happens to a character in Has-Been Hotel on screen. Vivzy Pop took the time to put that in the script, animate it, and put it on screen. And she romanticizes that shit. She makes it seem like it's a good thing. That's not a good thing. And if anybody does think that that's a good thing, what the fuck is wrong with you? Number one. Number two, get off my channel. I don't want you around if you think that that is a good thing. Yeah. So, Has-Been Hotel. Bad. Very bad. I realize we've gone a little off topic from fandoms and now I'm just talking about the show itself, but Has-Been Hotel, the show itself, 0 out of 10. The fandom, 2 out of 10. Because you're all fucking crazy and you all defend Vivzy like your goddamn lives depend on it. And that is horrible. I am not a part of the Has-Been Hotel fandom anymore. I used to be. I'm not anymore. I don't consider myself a part of it anymore because I don't like the show. Like, I don't want to be anywhere around that show. I just like a couple of the characters. And I have just taken 2 or 3 of the characters and stuck them in my own story that's technically in the same universe. Not really, because it's my version of the universe, so it's not, like, it's not canon to the show. because I don't want it to be canon to the show. I don't like that show. Anything that I do that has any of those characters in it, like Husk or Angel Dust, I'm not using the canon versions of them. I'm using my version, which is significantly less horrible than what Vivziepop has done, because I'm not trying to romanticize the bad thing that happened. I'm saying, hey, these are bad things. Do not do this. This is not good. So, I don't consider myself a part of that fandom anymore, because I have just taken the characters and changed them a little bit, and yeah. So, anyways, that got a little unhinged. I think I've been talking about Hazbin Hotel specifically for like 10 minutes. I don't know if this is going to cut down to 10 minutes in the actual video, but I have been recording this. I've been talking about Hazbin Hotel by itself for like 10 minutes. That's a long time for me to talk about anything. And by that, I mean, if I didn't talk about the plot of the show really at all. And me talking about something but not including the plot of it, that's a long time for me to talk about something. Like, so yeah, long story short, Hazbin Hotel, bad, very bad, 2 out of 10. Helluva Boss, 5 out of 10. Not bad, could be better, should be better. People should be better, but you know what? They're not gonna. Warrior Cats, I don't remember what I gave it. I think it was like a 6 out of 10. Once again, could be better, but most of them are children, so. Lackadaisy, 8 out of 10, because nothing's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Could be better. The fandom could definitely be better, but it's one of the better ones that I am in. Markiplier, fandom, 8 out of 10, because, you know, not the worst YouTuber's fandom ever, but it probably could be better, as usual. So, this has been a long, unhinged, crazy people rant about the fandoms that I am in or was in, and I've been kind of yelling, and my voice kind of hurts a little bit. And shockingly, my cat did not show up and start screaming halfway through this. I am surprised that did not happen. So, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for watching. If you're a Vivzy defender, get the fuck off my channel. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day, night, whatever time you're watching this. Whatever time this video comes out for you guys. They come out at midnight on my time, which is funny because I don't bother. When I schedule these, I just put the day. Like, I don't bother to adjust the time. So they come out at midnight in my time. So I'm not even awake when these come out. I'm usually asleep, which is kind of funny. But again, thanks for watching, and I've said that like 3 times now. Leave your suggestions for what else I should talk about in the comments. Have a good day, afternoon, night, whatever. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!